Hello again, everyone. This is American Idioms, part 123. This is part 123 in my American Idioms series, and like the others, I'll present 5 idioms to you numbered 611 to 615. But first, I'll give you a chance to guess their meanings. Then I'll give you the answers along with an additional example for each new idiom. I also recommend that you pause the video at each question to give yourself some extra time to think of the answers. So, are you ready? Okay, here we go. Number 611. Water down something. And the example is, the new laws proposed by the town council watered down the mayor's power, and he was very upset by their decision. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is B, to reduce the strength or effectiveness of something, like the political power of the mayor in our example here. This town council proposed these new laws about the power of the mayor, and they watered them down. They reduced the strength, or they took away some of the power. Okay? Here's another example. The new presidential administration is seeking to water down the regulations on imports in order to boost the country's economy. All right, in this case, the new administration is trying to reduce, let's say, the strength or the amount of regulations on imports, okay, to weaken these regulations in a way, right? Water them down so it will help boost the economy in the country. Okay, this is what watered down means. All right, now for number 612. Muddy the water or waters. And the example is, our current CEO suggested many solutions to our current problems, but his proposals just muddied the waters rather than help the situation. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is C, to make something less clear or confusing. This is what happens when you muddy the water. Let's say it makes it cloudy or it makes it murky, as we say. It's unclear. Like in our example, they're talking about how the CEO was trying to help out with all these problems that the company was having, but instead of actually helping, he made things worse by making them confusing or less clear. Okay? Here's another example. The city council needs to focus on one problem at a time instead of muddying the waters by dealing with multiple unrelated issues. Okay, in a way, the same kind of a situation where city council was trying to handle some problems, and instead of dealing with one at a time, they were dealing with many different kinds of problems. And in this case, they were unrelated. So what were they doing? They were muddying the waters. They were making things less clear and very confusing. Okay, this is what it means. And now for number 613. Cross the line. And the example is, speaking that rudely to a teacher crosses the line and will get you thrown out of class every time. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is C, to violate or defy the furthest limit of what is allowable. Okay, in our situation here, what's allowable in class? Definitely not speaking rudely to a teacher. Okay, if you do, you cross the line, as we say, you violate this limit. This is what happened in our example, right? They're talking about how if you do it, you're going to get thrown out of class if you cross the line. Here's another example. The website was sued because it crossed the line when it published inappropriate pictures of the president's wife. All right, well, somehow they got pictures, this website got pictures of this president's wife, and they were inappropriate, so they crossed the line, and the president sued them because of it. Okay, right? They violated this limit to what they were allowed to do. This is what it means if you cross the line. We even use cross the red line. You'll see that also. Okay, now for number 614. Herculean effort. And the example is, I have a huge house, and it would be a Herculean effort if I were to paint it by myself. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer here is B, a job or task that requires a great deal of effort. All right, if you know about the Greek hero Hercules, he was a strong man, very, very strong. So they use this a lot. This is where this comes from. If it's a Herculean effort, it means it's a very, very hard thing to do. It takes a lot of effort. Like you need to be Hercules to do it, right? Like in our example, this person had a very, very huge house, and it would take him a lot of effort to paint it himself, right? It would be a Herculean effort. Here's another example. Solving the homeless problem in the country would be a Herculean effort, but the president is still attempting to do it by 2027. All right, so this is going to be a very hard job or a very difficult task to solve the homeless problem in the country, right? So it would be a Herculean effort. All right, that's how it's used. And now for our final idiom, number 615. To keep someone in the dark. And the example is, I was kept in the dark about the criminal records of some of our new employees, and I'm very upset about it. Can you guess the meaning? And the answer is A, to keep someone uninformed about something, right? To keep them in the dark or to not show them something, all right? Almost like keeping it secret. Like in our example, this person was kept in the dark. They were uninformed about the criminal records of the new employees, right? And they were very upset about it, okay? No one likes to be kept in the dark about anything, right? Something important. Like our next example. The employees were kept in the dark about the sale of their company. All right, so when they sold the company here, they didn't tell the employees. They were uninformed. They were kept in the dark. Got it? That's all for this video. Thanks again for subscribing, and please like and share the video to support the channel. And I know that studying idioms and learning idioms and using them is a Herculean task. But remember what I always say, keep practicing. See you next time.